triple punches. Oh, sorry. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wait 1 second, Bill. I think I charged my phone.
We'll go with something else.
Wait 1 second.
Okay. Kelly's going to keep going with some of the basics. All right, everybody up in your horse stance. Put your right hand up in a punch. Go ahead. Whatever you want. Basic.
Upper block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up. Middle blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up. Downward blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up. Outside forearm blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up. Knife pin.
All right. Good work. All right, so we're going to work on some kicks. I'm going to show you kick from a couple different angles because I want to make the point, since I have Kelly standing in front of me, why exactly we do the steps the way we do it. So we're going to start with the round kick. I'm going to get in fighting position with Kelly. Hold on. So I'm here and I'm going to kick Kelly in the stomach with the round kick. So when I step, I'm going to step in front. The reason I do that, if you look at my hip, when I step in front, it turns my hip to the outside. So when I'm coming in with the kick, it turns my hip to the outside, and then I come back in with the round kick. So it's part of the move when you do a round kick from your back leg, and you come up and around. When you start in the fighting stance, when you step in front, it turns your hip open so that you have part of that kick coming back in. That's why we step in front. So we're going to step in front, and the toes, my toes on my stepping foot are pointing towards this back wall. And then when I lift my knee, I lift, snap into the target. All right, I'm going to do it this way too. Okay. Same thing, I'm starting here. When I step in front, it opens my hip up. You can see it from that angle. And then I'm lifting and round kicking from there. So by stepping in front, I'm setting myself up to come in and do the kick. All right? All right, so Kelly's going to do it this way. Let's do it the first time like she's kicking at me. Step in front, kick, and then back out. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up.
All right, so Kelly slid over. She's going to do them now with the other leg. So everybody kick with the other leg. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up.
All right. Now we're going to move on to a side kick. So a side kick, we step behind. And we do that for the same reason. It sets up the kick. So when I step behind, and I'm in this position, my shoulders turn, so I'm a little bit turned, so my back is to Kelly. So when I'm standing here, she can't read my back. But when I step behind, she can. I'm not flush to her this way, but I'm semi-turned. And my knees are bent, and so when I kick, my kick comes up at that angle. Right? That's because my hip is turned already because of my step. So I step, look for my target, my knees are bent, execute the kick. Alright? Alright, so Kelly's going to move over this way. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Okay. So we went over this the other day. We're on that same subject, so we're going to do it again. Kelly's going to attack, like she's attacking with a back fist, or a back fist reverse punch, doesn't matter. And I'm going to retreat to step away from her. So as she attacks, I'm stepping away. This is my left leg. So I'm stepping away and I'm pointing my left leg that way. All right? I'm back into that same position with my knees bent so that I can lift up and throw that defensive side kick from that position. So we're in here. Usually when you're sparring, you have to bait the other person. So I throw a back fist, bait Kelly into coming back towards me. And then when she comes back, I step away and throw the side kick as she comes in. So I'm stepping with my rear foot to retreat, bending my knees, put myself in that position with my shoulder partially turned, and from a knee bent position, I'm cocking and throwing the side kick. So we want to practice stepping, lowering your balance, chambering your leg and trying to get your heel and knee parallel to the floor, and then executing the kick from there. All right. So Kelly's going to move this way and do it defensively and position her where I want her. With that. 1. 2. 3. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right. All right. So I'm watching Kelly do it, and she's doing real good. She's not taking full advantage of this. When you take the step out, and you take that step and you set that knee, bend your knee, that's when you lift your leg up to kick. You use the momentum of stepping back to cock your leg. That's almost simultaneous. Well, Kelly's saying stepping forward, but her opponent's over here. So she's stepping back to get away from me. And she wants to use that bend on her back knee to support this lift. So I see this all the time in class, not just from Kelly. Kelly's doing real good at it, but I see that's the thing that people do. They don't bend their back knee enough to support their leg when they do the lift. All right? So she's going to do 10 more.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Up.
What? Move this one. Right.
2, 3, 4, 5,
catch your breath for a second. So before class, Judge McSwain, who teaches karate at Lewis Center when the centers are open, posted a video from the Battle of Atlanta from many years ago. And it happened to be one of his students, some of you know, Jay Bell, and he was fighting one of the legends, Carolina legends, Bobby Tucker. And Bobby Tucker was a magician with these particular kicks, the ones that we're doing tonight. He was like lightning quick. But like when we were watching this match, I said before in previous classes, the techniques work better defensively. So he would attack, but he scored most of the time when the person tried to come back at him, tried to counterattack him. So he would attack like I showed you with a back fist to Kelly and then back off of them. And when they came in, that's when he scored. He scored a couple times going forward, but his main scores were defensively. So on that note, let's work on a defensive back kick. So the best time to throw a spinning back kick is when your opponent throws a back leg ground kick. All right? But if Kelly does that, she's going to block the camera. So we're not going to worry about that part of it. So we're just going to have her throw a back fist off of this hand so that she's the attack. And I'm going to get close enough where she could do that. Okay. So I just told Kelly to do the back fist, and I had my hand here, and she ran her elbow into my hand. So let's learn that lesson too. If you're going to throw a back fist like Kelly's here, if I'm going to throw a back fist at Kelly, I got to go over the top of it. So the first thing I got to do is get my elbow up so that I'm going over the top of it to get her with the back fist. If I do the back fist from here, like this, I'm going to run into her arm. All right? So again, she's throwing the back fist. She's going to lift it up this time. All right? And my retreat step is going to be to take my leg that's closest to her, my right leg, and step so it's even with my left foot. And I'm going to spin, look for my target, and kick. So this is the way we do it when we're doing self-defense also. And that's why we practice that step when we're doing self-defense. When you're doing self-defense and you're doing a spinning back kick, the other person's too close for you to like wind off and kick them. So like, let's do a self-defense. Like if Kelly's punching for me, and I'm going to do lock, punch, and then spinning back kick. If I don't move my feet, if I just spin, I'm too close. I'm going to kick past Kelly. My foot would go past her. So when we're doing self-defense, we have to make an adjustment so that we can execute the kick. That adjustment is the same thing you do when you spar. So we're here. In order to have enough room to do a spinning back kick, I have to move my front foot away from her. So where do I bring it? At least to my other foot, since my legs are the same length. Then I spin, look for my target, and then I'll have enough room to execute that kick without hitting. So in sparring, I use that same step. I practice it when I'm doing self-defense, so I execute it the same way. She throws the back fist. I step out so that my feet are at least even. And when I'm sparring, she's going to probably oblige me and keep coming in, and then I'll be able to make light contact with the kick. The other step would be to go further than your other foot. So I'm here. Kelly throws the back fist, and I think that she's going to do more, like she's blitzing. She's going to throw another punch. So I step with the other foot further than the other foot, and then execute the kick. So either step so that your feet are even, or a little bit more. Spin, and then you're in that same position with your knees bent, set on your back leg, ready to execute the kick. Okay. So Kelly's going to do it this way first. I'm going to move her so that she doesn't kick herself right off of the screen. So she's going to step, spin, kick. Okay. All right, remember this is a 3-part thing. Step, spin, kick. You can't spin and step together. If you do that, your opponent, if they're rushing you, is going to hit you in the back of the head. You have to see where they're at. So you step, spin, look where they're at, and then kick. All right. Ready? 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. All right, Kelly's going to do 10 more on her count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, hup,
All right, now she's going to go the other way. While she's catching her breath, and the rest of you catching your breath for a second, I was watching the video today, and guy was emphasizing the same thing that I say in class, just hearing it from a different perspective. He was saying that if you hit somebody with a technique, they're going to hit you back. So one of the big mistakes that he sees is people throwing a technique and then staying in the same spot. Because, like I tell you in class, if you do that, the other person for sure is going to hit you back, even if their eyes are closed. If you're close enough to hit them and you don't move, and they close their eyes and just wildly swing at you, they're still going to hit you because you're close enough to hit them, they're close enough to hit you. So one of the things you have to do is get yourself out of the way. So on this kick, you have to at least come back to where you started the kick. You can't put your foot down forward. You have to pull it back at least to where you started. All right. One. 2. 3. 4. 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
the same position. Kelly's throwing a back fist for an attack off that front hand, and I'm retreating away, and my knees are bent. She threw the attack, and I went away. So I'm in a position to do that defensive side kick. I'm also in a position to take this leg and hook kick to the head from that low position. All right, so again, I started here, and I stepped, and I bent my knees, like we do in kata. Then this leg, see my shoulder, it's not this way to her, it's this way. And I'm using this leg to come up and hook kick to the head. All right, let's everybody try that on your own a little bit. The hook kick. And do it from a retreating step. Stepping away, spinning, and then hooking. That's it. Look for your target first before you start to lift your leg so that you have a mental image in your head where you want your foot to go. Look for your target, Craig. Yeah, but hold on a second. Craig, you're attacking. You're going forward. Let me get myself back on here. Hold on a second. All right. So, from here, if I'm throwing like a combination from attack 4-4, I can throw a round kick to Kelly's stomach and put my foot down and then advance forward with the spinning hook kick. So I'm attacking, I'm going forward. And that's fine, that's a valid technique. But I want you to practice it defensively. So the difference would be that my footwork. This is my right foot, it's closest to Kelly. When Kelly attacks, I'm moving it away from her. Spinning, getting in position, and then throwing the hook kick. Okay, so I want everybody practicing the defensive step. All right, go ahead, do some of them on your own. So try to picture an opponent in front of you and you're stepping away from them. Matthew, I don't see that Bruce Lee kick just flying through the air there. Let's go, get busy. I see you over in the corner, kick. Craig, move your right foot even with your left foot before you kick. That's it. Move your foot. And go ahead, assume that it's a big guy. You got to move your foot more than that. There you go. Now, do it. All right. Now, what I want everybody to do is to switch sides, because what you most likely did was pick what you thought you did really good. So if you might surprise yourself. Try to do it on the other side, and you might end up being better on that side. All right, so go ahead and do a few more on this side. And remember, a defensive step, like you're stepping away, somebody's blitzing you, charging you real quick. Yeah. All right, good enough. Okay, let's do something else that we did the other day. Get myself back up here. So, again, before class, Kelly and I watched this video. This is from like the mid-'80s, but these are two of my heroes that were sparring. I wanted Kelly to see the action because the action was fast and furious. So, one of the things that happened in there, and earlier in the day, I said I watched a video where a guy was instructing the class, and he was saying the same thing. In this competition that we were watching, people that made mistakes, the mistake that they made was they hit the other person and then stayed in the same place and waited for him to hit him back. So in particular, Bobby Tucker, who was one of the best ones out there, he had lots of experience, 15 or 20 years competing on the karate circuit. So you couldn't do that to him. If you hit him and stayed still, he'd hit you back, and he was so dramatic sometimes on his hit backs that he stole the point, even though the other guy hit first, because the judges forgot, or they were so enthusiastic about the way that he scored. So he did several different things where he spun out like that. Somebody was attacking him. He spun out and punched him. So those defensive techniques work really good, partially because the person's mind is busy on hitting you and not on blocking themselves. So because of that, they don't see your technique start. And in a karate competition, which is a game of tag, using these punches and kicks, it's who's ever there first who's going to score the technique. So the big lesson, though, is still not to be in the same spot. All right? So we worked on lateral movement off of a technique. So like Kelly was throwing a back fist, and I lateral moved over to the side and threw a punch. Okay. All right, so I lateral to the side and then threw a punch from the side. Right, the same thing when you throw a combination. If I'm throwing, like say, back fist punch ridge hand at Kelly, and I throw the technique, then I want to move over to the side. I don't want to throw back fist punch ridge hand and stay here and wait for her to hit me back. Okay, I want to throw my combination and then step off to the side. Or peel off this way. So what I did that time, this is my right leg. So after I threw a technique, I peeled off this way so that I'm at an angle with her. Because then she's not going to be able to get a straight shot unless she turns her body towards me. And once she does that, she's open for another counterattack. All right, so let's do it this way. Let's practice back fist punch, bridge hand, and then step over to the side. All right. Let's see Kelly do that. Good. Good. Let's everybody do that with her. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good work. All right, very good. All right. So now I'm going to call on some people to do some katas. Let me get the list back up. Allie, what kata would you like to do?
I'll do Wansu.
All right, leave yourself unmuted.
Okay.
Hey, Allie.
Yes.
You got to pull your camera down because I see 3/4 of your ceiling like Matthew.
Okay.
That's it. Very good. Well, Allie just graduated from Chapel Hill. Yay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My granddaughter just graduated from state. Same time.
Great.
That makes me feel real young. You know what I mean, Allie?
You are very young.
Thank you. I see you smiling, Sanjay. Wait a minute. I'm trying to slide this thing down. There you are, Ethme. Unmute yourself. Can you do that? There you go. And let's do a kata for me.
Fine.
Whichever one you want. Give yourself enough room so we can see you.
Okay, I'm ready.
All right. Tilt the camera down a little bit, too. A little more. A little more. You're not real tall. There you go. Thank you. Perfect. Give yourself a little more room. Back up a little more. Perfect. Respect. Ready? Begin. You said you were going to do fall rang anyway.
Yeah, I changed my mind.
Okay. We'll move the camera down a little bit. It's too high. All right. Do fall rang this time because I'm anxiously awaiting for you to do it. Good work. All right. Mute yourself. You did. All right. Thank you. Okay, Raina, unmute yourself and give yourself enough room to do your kata, whichever one you're going to do. What are you going to do?
I think I'll do attack 1-4.
Nope, that's too big. Raina, you can't do attack form 4. You're not on the screen. It's not going to work. You have to do one
Okay.
of the katas.
Can I do the kata? I forgot the name, but it starts like this.
Sure. You need more room.
Okay.
You need more room.
What?
You need more room. Back up to the wall. There you go. All right. It's toe sound. Begin.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Rick.
Mm.
Mute yourself, please. All right, Craig, I'm turning you on. You need to unmute yourself.
All right. Say something.
Well done. Strong count.
Mixer.
All right, Lenny, you got enough room to do a kata there? You have to unmute yourself, bud. Let me see if I can do it for you.
I got it.
All right. Don't do Seisan because he just did it. So I'm going to put you on the spot. You have to do a different one.
Right. I'll do Sanjitato.
Okay. Oh, by the way, let's talk for 1 second. So I was watching Governor Cuomo do his daily press conference, and he had Chris Rock and what's the lady's name? Perez. Lenny, I'm telling you this. Listen. Uh, Rosie Perez. He had Rosie Perez and Chris Rock on. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been hearing people talk about how are we going to greet each other instead of handshakes, and they did all kinds of stuff. So what he did was a mutual elbow on each side with him instead of probably bowing would be a better idea, right?
Bowing would work.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Sanjitato. Yeah.
Well done, Lenny. Thank you. You got to mute yourself. There you are. All right, Warner. Unmute yourself before you go.
Sapa. And I just want to say, Lenny, I liked your kata, and I hope the feeling is mutual.
Ah, terrible, 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 Warner. All right. Everybody notice Warner's got enough room to do the top. Some of you are starting up close, and all we can see is the top of your head. All right, go ahead. Thank you, Mr. Phelps. Go ahead and mute it. So somehow I made a mistake, everybody, on the last recording. Somehow we blanked out the audio about halfway through. But, I mean, you can still watch it. But, so I'm trying to prevent that by having you guys unmute and mute yourselves. All right, Angie, it's your turn.
Okay.
Good work. Thank you.
Thank you.
See who else we got left. Oops. Sorry. I didn't mean to do that to you, Allie. Thing's moving on me. All right. You guys look excited. Unmute yourself, Sanjay. So, separately do two different katas.
Okay,
All right.
I'll do Nihachi.
Okay. Good work. Thank you.
I'm going to do Kuan.
Okay. Well done, Ishma. Good job.
Thank you.
Mute it for me. All right. Am I missing anybody? Not you, Angie. Marjorie, it's your turn. Unmute yourself for me. All right, Marjorie, we lost your video. Now it's back on, but when you started the kata, we lost it. You want to try it again?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Solid stance, 1.
Thank you. I don't know what happened. Said something about bandwidth and then like blanked out. All right, mute yours for me. David, are you still there? Guess not. I think we lost David. That leaves you, Matthew. That's why there's no couches at the karate school. What kata are you going to do for us?
I can do Chun-Ji.
All right, go ahead. Good work. All right, stay right there, Matthew. Spread your feet out. Put your right hand up in the punch. Don't start yet. All right, Matthew's going to lead everybody through punches.
One, two,
Ask me, do the punches with him.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Go ahead, keep going. Double punches.
Double punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Triple punches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Keep those elbows in. 4 punches. Let's go, Matt.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Very good. All right. So another good class. Esme, I didn't see you doing the punches. Did you hide from me? Ah. All right. So with all this extra time, I told you I was watching this video. Matthew, stand up while I'm talking because it's going to make me nervous. I was also watching another karate instructor was talking about the importance of kata, and it was interesting to me because I guess a lot of people do kata for like one reason, because that's what he was implying. It was actually a pretty good class, and he was in different words than I would use, but he was talking about all the different aspects of kata. So some people practice kata, I guess, just for the exercise, or some people practice kata just to define the technique, or some people practice kata to learn sets. So we do all of the above. In addition, we practice breathing and timing our breath, and then absolute perfection of movement, which is one of the things that he was stressing in this video. He was doing he wasn't doing Nahanchi, but like if he was doing Nahanchi, he would do a move and then he would back it up and do it again. Like, not to, because he forgot it, but to check to make sure that his form was exactly right. So we practice kata for all those reasons, to strengthen our technique, for balance, for speed, for footwork, for timing your breath, for visualizing your opponent and then putting yourself into that fighting sequence. Because that's part of kata too. You're sort of programming yourself to win. So when you do katas as much as we do, 1,000 repetitions of 10 different katas, that's 10,000 or more repetitions of sets that are all winning sets for you. You're practicing winning. You know, I say in class, nobody knocks you down in the kata. You're winning those situations. So you're practicing that mental attitude of winning. That's not anything to just shove off. That's really important. People do that in all kinds of different things. They do it in business, they do it in other sports. Programming yourself to be positive and to expect a winning outcome is, you know, everybody does that in one way or another. So we want to be aware of that when we're practicing kata too, because that's part of what you're doing. You're practicing kata with that fighting attitude that you're going to fight back and that you're going to win. And like I said, if we did it 2 times, it wouldn't make any difference. But we don't. We do it 1,000 times. So doing it over and over and over again, you rightfully convince yourself that your techniques will work, which they will if you do that many repetitions. All right. So again, the lady from the recreation center at Brown contacted me. They're in the midst of meetings, trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. And then, of course, they'll get in touch with me about what my guidelines are going to be. And I, in turn, will get in touch with you and let you know exactly what we're going to be able to do. But for right now, let's just plan on classes next week. Madan and Samhita, I missed you tonight, so we'll start with your katas next week. Okay? Oh, Kelly's reminding me again that I posted, you know, I went over this before. If you go to the announcement page on the group page, there's links to different places that you can view these classes. So we did this the other day, and definitely the playback is better on YouTube. I messed up last week somehow, and I cut the audio somehow. That's why I didn't mess with the mute all button tonight. And then I let you guys turn your mic on and back off because somehow I hit something and it just cut off the audio. But nonetheless, that was a good class. I watched the whole thing and there's a lot of good spots on it. All right. Very good. Let me unmute everybody for the end. Lots of noise now. Why don't we follow the rule?
Because it's the right thing to do.
Respect. Who's number 1?
I am.
Thanks for class. Good job.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Master Bill.
Bye-bye.
Enjoyed it, Bill. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Craig. Good class.
Thank you.